Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Tuesday, November 8th, 2011. Let's get right into the charts here. First, we're going to start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. You'll see they are trading right around 1265 and a quarter. That's higher by about 7.5 points. So futures are trading higher to start the day. We'll see how much higher they can go. It's been a good rally for the futures really over the past 5 days. We'll see if they can extend their gains today. Again, more news out of Europe. That's what you have to watch for very, very closely. But really, the truth of the matter is when the market moves higher, it's because of the dollar is moving lower. And today you can see the U.S. dollar index trading lower by about 15 cents at the moment. However, you can see how it has fallen. And the dollar falls, the market increases and inflates. And that's really what you need to know if you don't want to follow this European jargon that's going on each and every day. Now, there is a talk today that Prime Minister of Italy, Berlusconi, will be voted out. And we'll see how that plays out. I'm not sure. We've heard this a million times. Maybe this time it's real. But either way, still a hard time believing anything unless you see it. I don't realize what's the big difference if he's out or if he's in. Somebody else will just step in place. The same problems will persist. So either way, it's more of the same stuff. But either way, the market looks to be reacting off of that news a little bit, and the dollar looks to be moving lower. So we'll see how it goes, and we'll just take it 1 minute at a time. A couple other things to go over this morning. You'll see that oil is trading higher by about 71 cents. Spot crude is now trading at $96.23 a barrel. Here's the USO. You can see this is trading at $37.12, closed yesterday at $37.09, but nonetheless remaining in that high range. It may have a little bit more to go, but I don't know how much more oil has left in it. If the dollar starts to rally or catch a bid, watch for oil to come down. So, it's getting to a level now where you're hitting very, very good resistance up here. So I think you got to watch for oil to maybe not have so much left in the tank. Maybe a little bit more, but it's going to be driven by the dollar. If the dollar falls, oil could move just a little bit more to the upside. If the dollar starts to rally, watch for oil to pull back. Let's take a look at the GLD this morning. Excuse me. Gold has had a great move to the upside recently, coming into pretty good resistance. Today it is pulling back a little bit. Yesterday the GLD closed at $174.98. Today it's trading at $173.86. So a decent little pullback for gold at the moment. We'll see how that plays out. But right now, again, it's more of a dollar trade. If the dollar starts to move higher, gold probably starts to pull back a little bit more. Gold is trading with the markets at the moment. Okay, very, very important to realize that. So again, gold pulling in, but it is trading with the market. So watch the dollar. It's going to be an inverse dollar trade there for gold. Dollar goes down, gold will probably increase. Okay, a couple of other stocks that I'm looking at this morning. There were a few. First one I'm going to take a look at is this TRGT. Okay, this stock is just getting crushed this morning. I think it's a little bit oversold, but when you get a falling knife like this, it's better to just stay away. Here you can look at the daily chart, and you can see yesterday closed at $19.12. Today the stock is trading around $8.35. I honestly would just leave this one alone. I don't see any levels where I'd really become very attractive to the stock unless it got down to, say, $5.50. It gets there, yeah, I think there's a play there. But be very, very careful with this falling knife. This is not one that you want to get in front of. Okay, so that's one stock I would just leave alone. There's just not enough there to work off of. Let's take a look at Priceline. Everyone knows this stock. Everyone's favorite travel company, Priceline. Having a decent morning. Stock's trading up at 522. Just looking at the chart, it has room to move up a little bit more. So, traders should be a little bit careful there. The stock is showing some strength at the moment. It's going to be really more depending on how the market does overall. But today, Priceline is holding up, at least at the start. Some decent little resistance, I'm going to say around 526, 527. And from there, if it can get above that level, maybe it climbs a little bit higher. Let's take a look at McDonald's. McDonald's has also came out with, I believe, same-store sales. They were higher. Stock is trading up around the 95 level. I'm not sure how much it has left in the charts here. Traders, I did a weekly market report featuring McDonald's, so you should go to the weekly market report. That's on our free services section, and you could find the levels for McDonald's. But I got to think McDonald's is a little bit extended here around 95.50. I just don't see it really surging past that level. It needs to pull back. Stock is still very strong. It's in an uptrend, but it needs to pull back off that level a little bit. So watch McDonald's here. I'm not sure there's a lot left in the tank at the moment. Let's take a look at HFC. This is HollyFrontier. Stock is having a very, very nice move. Again, great pop this morning. Traders should watch the 35 level. There's a ton of resistance at 35 bucks. So that's what you want to watch for. 35 level. I just have a hard time seeing it going any higher than 35. 35 looks to be very important resistance at the moment for HFC, and that's HollyFrontier oil refiner. Let's take a look at Fossil. Fossil selling off a little bit this morning. The stock still looks like it has a fair amount of support around the $90 level. Should the stock break through there, this thing's going to 85 bucks. So be a little bit careful with this Fossil. It really is not telling us a whole lot at the moment. It looks like you got down as almost to the 90 level and you bounce back up. It could be a volatile name, but it looks much, much more attractive around the 85 area than it does here. Okay, so traders should beware a little bit and be a little bit cautious with this Fossil. It looks attractive around 85. You got a nice gap down this morning. I'd be a little bit careful with the stock. Maybe it holds up today, but ultimately I think it wants to go down to that 85 level, perhaps in the next few days. So we'll have to watch that one there. But again, Fossil looks attractive at 85, not before. Okay, I think that's about all that I really saw today that was sticking out like a sore thumb. And we'll see how it all plays out and shakes out in this market. But again, right now the markets are still positive. Futures are now higher by 6 points. We'll have to watch that dollar very closely. Remember, if the dollar moves higher, the market's going lower and vice versa. That's really the only relationship you need to pay attention to. Everything else out of Europe is simply just noise at this point. And we'll see where it takes us. But again, remember, we're in a volatile period. Let's see how this market plays out. Use only the best support levels, best resistance levels for trades, and really you don't want to do anything else. With that said, everybody, have a great trading day. I'll see you all on the microphone at 9:30, those of you that are in the chat room. Everyone else, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Take care now.